This guy applied to be a closer with my team, but within 2 minutes, I knew he wasn't ready. But instead of turning him down, I trained him live and gave him the sales lessons that could completely change his entire career. I've built sales teams that have closed over $40 million, and this is the exact framework I use to fix weak reps fast. You're about to watch that full breakdown. No fluff, no script, just the real conversation. Let's dive in.
I feel like I guess to talk a little bit more about my situation or like my experience, I've just resonated with the offer because it's a fitness offer, and that's something that's already like my forte, right? A vast majority of my sales experience does come from the supplement industry, where like I not only do I sell supplements, but I would help. I mean, I guess you want if you want to call them prospects in this situation, you can, but like customers with their goals, with InBody, like I will give a diet plans. I've done personal training in the past, so I've objection handling in terms of like fitness related aspects to me comes second nature. So I'm trying to that's why I was specifically looking for like when pivoting to high ticket sales like this, besides selling like renewable energy, I wanted to try to target fitness programs. Like I would have the greatest success in that department. I mean, the gym is a big part of my life anyways. I guess if that makes a difference. I'm a pretty avid gym goer. I go 5 6 days a week. And then my current situation is I do work like as a sales manager for a supplement chain here in Los Angeles. But I'm trying to see if it's possible to get on, especially an East Coast offer. It'll be like a high likelihood to be able to like just run both until I can just fully go to on the remote route. I mean, that's my end goal.
Nice. So you were in solar for a while?
Yeah, I dabbled a bit, probably for like a year, not too long. And then again, I was doing it like not full time. But it was like a better situation. I wasn't door knocking or anything. We are getting qualified leads, and I would just get set appointments, accept them,
Well,
go to the house.
still like a very intense like environment. Like door knocking, obviously, is just like one of the best ways to go through it. But like if you have to, solar in general is a tough market to kind of go through, and you're
Sure, because there's so many regulations and there's like so many steps that people can like get cold feet easily. It's different than like a one touch close, you know?
Yeah.
It's like an 8 week process and they can cancel any time because of like laws and stuff like that, you know?
Because I know you're talking about transitioning into the high ticket space, a little bit different than the solar space. Do you have experience in like high ticket scripts or like the flow of those kind of calls, or brand new to that world? There's no right or wrong answer. Just yeah.
To be transparent, I'm relatively new to it, but I did join like an accelerated program, which I invested in, where they gave me like pretty solid frameworks to go based off of. And I've like practicing with that, doing daily calls, and I've been like just setting like a little bit. So that's the extent of my experience in that department. But if that
yeah, it's fine. Which program?
Jake Ryan's program.
One more time?
Jake Ryan's program.
Jake Ryan's. Okay. Not familiar.
Oh, really?
What's the typical call structure like in general, just so I can have an overhead idea? Like I show up to the call, I'm looking for fitness help. How would you lead the call? What would that look like?
Oh, I would obviously just start by doing basic like discovery, or hey, like how's the day going? Go from there. Hey, so like we saw that you clicked on the link. What was it that you're trying to achieve in fitness, or like what prompted you to do that, for example? Start to get them talking, try to figure out their pain points. From that point on, try to gather that as like ammo, I guess you could say, to try to use later in the call. We're talking about closing here, right? Not like appointment setting. Perfect. Yeah, and then we go on to like just figuring out how long they've been stuck, why they want to change, what's been holding them back, what have they done to do that. Just keep asking questions, and then they'll start to frame it where it's like you could frame it where it's like it becomes their fault, they haven't been taking the proper steps. See if they need accountability. We're going to be providing accountability. Try mostly like just pre-handling objections instead of trying, obviously better than objection handling at the end, right? If you want to like try to run it, I could try to run like a mock call with you.
We'll definitely do that. Yeah, let's dive in if you're cool with it.
Yeah, no problem. Give me 1 second. But is that pretty much like what you expect from a lot of the closers on your team?
Yeah. So Tommy and I have clients in quite a lot of different spaces. Mostly I have people in the software industry. I have people who have marketing agencies and a lot of coaches. The fitness coaches I've just gotten a lot of attention from because I trained Ashton Hall's sales team. So
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so we built like a pretty good network there. Now Ashton's no longer doing fitness coaching.
No.
So because he's gotten brand deals now, so it's a little bit different. So, we have a lot of fitness coaches because of that who said, hey, like your help. So Brandis is one of the clients that's the one that you applied for.
Yeah, so I looked at his Instagram just to see who it was. I wasn't familiar prior, but it seemed just like a standard fitness offer.
I mean, pre blowing up, people weren't really familiar with Ashton. They had, like it was the same thing. Like he only blew up back in like December, January of this year. Before that, when we were working with him, I mean, he had followers, but it wasn't like he is now.
Oh, you were working with him prior to him like doing
blowing up? Yeah, like before that.
Water
yeah,
thing?
correct.
Oh, cool.
So Mock call. We're not gonna do a whole hour call, obviously, but we'll jump on like,
Okay,
almost like an accelerated version of it, and we'll take it from there.
got it. So, hey man, how's your day going?
Good. I actually just got home. I'm almost late to this call.
No problem. Now that I got you on the call, Sammy, I saw that you clicked on the link for the fitness offer. I just want to kind of find out a little bit about your situation, why you wanted to potentially jump on, and just understand like where you're coming from. So, recently, have you been trying to get into fitness? You've been, fell off? Like, what are your goals?
Yeah, I've been trying to get into fitness for a bit now. I feel like every time I, make progress, I end up defaulting and resetting. So I just wanted to check in and see what you guys are about and how it would work.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that for, if you don't mind me asking?
Like, we're trying to get into shape,
Yeah, exactly.
like 4 or 5 years now.
All right, cool. And then how's that been going for you?
I mean, it's yo-yoing. I do progress, then I fall off. I do progress, and I fall off.
Okay. That happens with a lot of people. Sometimes they put in the effort for 2 months, then they fall for one. So progress is stagnant, and you're not really able to get that long-term result because that stems from consistency, right? Where do you feel like you need the most help? Like if I was to be able to offer you anything, do you need help in accountability? Do you need help just with having the, framework or everything laid out for you, like the processes you need to do?
I'm not sure, man. I don't feel like I have a very strong foundation about fitness, and so it probably all stems from there, right? Like you don't know what you don't know, and I think I understand like 5% of the whole equation, but there's so much I'm missing.
Yeah, do you think there could be some like outward issues, like maybe work gets in the way, family life? Do you have like a lot of other responsibilities you feel like holding you back?
I mean, I'm busy with work, and so I don't end up eating the greatest when I get home. So,
True.
I'm working 9 to 5, but it's an hour commute there, hour commute home. And when I get home, I'm just ordering something, to pre-plan and meal prep and all that stuff. So I end up on the way home picking up, Chipotle. I try to do like a healthy thing at Chipotle. It doesn't end up working out so well, but
Yeah. It's kind of a hack, but in reality, if you're not dialed in, it's not going to really change your life if you're doing the like little hacks. But at least you're putting in effort, right?
yeah.
So do you think it's an effort thing or it's like an information thing and a time thing and you need just more guidance?
I don't know, man. It's a bunch of those, like I to be honest with you.
Got you. Now, let me take a step back and just ask you, is where you are right now, are you okay with that? Like if nothing, let's say for example, nothing was to change for the next 2 years, is that something that you'd be satisfied with?
No, man. I mean, like it's that's kind of what brought me to this call. I'm tired of where I'm at.
God, you're tired of where you're at. I mean, there's so many other people in your shoes too. And it's like with a few simple changes, you can just completely transform. Now, it sounds like the coaching offer is something that would benefit you a lot.
Cool. Time out, if you don't mind.
No problem.
I'm going to give you some feedback. I'm going to tell you my
I'd love
thoughts.
feedback.
Yeah, cool. Appreciate you. First off, very hard for someone to jump on a call and be grilled by someone who's being a job interview and all that stuff. Like, hats off to you for even going through this. Like, I understand the position that you're in. So thank you for even like taking this time to jump on. You said that the coach that you worked with what was his name?
That's like the high ticket sales placement slash. I just got exposure from this person for this core group, and then they basically sold like, or they gave like a framework, and we do like daily, if I can make it, like sales calls with some of the other closers that are closing for his offer. That makes sense. Hey, so I think I just lost your audio.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm gonna give you some feedback. For some of the questions that we're at right now, I don't think you're ready as a closer. I'll tell you why, and
Okay.
I'll give you my honest feedback. A couple points that you missed. I'm going to tell you the good stuff, the bad stuff. I'm going to give it to you all. Happy to also add you to some of my free coaching stuff so you can go through it yourself and just get better. I think you have it in you. I just think right now with the questions that you're at, there's so many things that are being missed. And I'll give you a better example of how we turn this around. You were trying to lead the call a lot. Any feedback I gave you comes heart to heart, even if we never work together. Like I want every human being I interact with to crush it in life. So like, please take this. I'm giving you this like from a good place. I'm not trying to.
No, sure. I'm literally a sponge right now. I'm just taking it all.
When you first asked, hey, like you said, what have you been in fitness for a while? What's your goals? Too many questions at once. So someone who's jumping on a call, no idea what's going on. I gave you a bone. I'm like, let me just give you that. And then you said, well, what's getting in the way? And I know what you're trying to do and saying, hey, I'm going to lead this guy to. What do you think you need? I don't know what I think you need. You know what I think you need to find that out. Like no one's gonna know, oh, I need a coach. No one ever thinks I need a coach. No one wakes up one morning and says, maybe I need a coach in my this, So here's the better way to do this. I'm gonna make your life a lot easier. Just remember these 5 questions in sales and it'll change your life completely. So instead of starting with a goal with someone who's in fitness, because goal's hard. Someone can say, I'm sorry this has turned into a coaching session, but I'm trying to give you everything I can because I feel like in a couple of months I could use you for an offer, but right now it's not there yet. Hey Connor, I'll show you the questions live. We'll role play this live. Hey, sounds like you showed up to the call, blah blah, overweight, pretend, blah blah blah. What's not working for you right now? Like, let's just quick, like we're just messing around here.
I've been trying to work out, not really seeing the results that I expected.
When you say not seeing the goals you expected, what does that mean to you?
I guess not losing body fat at the rate that I want to. Definitely not where I want to
When
go.
you say losing body fat, how much are you trying to lose?
It'd be great if I could lose like 50 pounds.
Interesting. Why 50? Why not 45? Why not 60? Why 50?
I guess no real reason. It just sounded like a clean number, round number that if I put that on the wall and look at it every day, I could work towards.
When you talk about like looking towards and everything, and I'm just flying through this right now. When you see yourself now with the extra few pounds, what don't you like?
I just don't like my visual appearance. I don't feel good. I don't even feel good in my day to day. Like it's almost like holding me back with my like movement as well.
How so?
I mean, I just don't feel comfortable in my own skin. Clothes don't fit.
Then I go to, so I just did what's not working. I just asked you one question. I dug.
Gosh.
And if I really want to, I could keep saying not comfortable in your skin. Could you give me an example when the last time that looked like? All I'm doing is saying, what's the problem? And I dig. Then I say, Hunter, I obviously don't have a magic wand here, but if I help you lose 50 pounds over the next 6 months, what changes? What does life look like? And now you're going to start dreaming. Man, life's going to be this. I'm like, awesome. Does that affect any other areas of your life? Cool. Yeah, I mean, and then you say, oh, blah, blah, dating. Tell me more. So you're saying 50 pounds, blah, 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 will get you back into the dating pool. Now I'm in goals. Hey, Connor, what have you tried doing to help you solve this problem? Oh man, I tried this, that, this, the other. Connor, why didn't those things work? Because I don't want to shit on the things that you tried. I want you to shit on them. They didn't work because this. What else did you try? Now you tell me what you try. Fourth question. Why now, Connor? Why now? Why not in a year from now, 2 years from now, or even 2 days from now? Talk about pre-rejection handling. That's a pre-rejection handling. Why not in 2 years from now or 2 days from now? That way you can't say you're going to think about it. And you're going to say, oh man, because enough is enough. I'm tired, blah, blah. I can't get there until I go and dig deep with what's the problem, what's not working. And then you really give me the pain points. Then I say, you want help? And you say, yes, please. Now it's permission sales. You're begging me to give you the solution. I'm like, something that you're open to, this is how we work. What's not working? What's the goal? What have you tried? Why now? Do you want help? Those are the only 5 questions you really need to ask in sales. But each question you have to dig into.
Gotcha.
Give me an example of that. How so? Tell me more. What do you mean by that? When you say this, what does that actually look like? Does that affect any other area of your business? Or certain business, I work on business offers as well. So does that affect any other area of your life? When you say this, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Interesting. Does that affect your internal confidence? Do you feel like this affects maybe the relationships that you develop? How do you see yourself? How would other people see you? I just keep asking questions about each one. All you need in sales. Those 5 questions, dig. Obviously, why now? Do you want help? You can't really dig there. But the first 2, you really have to dig a lot deeper.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate the feedback.
You got it, man. I'll throw you into a much more simple version of full coaching, so you can just have access to it, go through it. Not sure who I don't want to take you off track. If you feel comfortable with the coach that you've invested in, by all means, take that path. For me, I would want you to go through this to put you in a position. And I promise.
No, sure. Sorry for cutting off.
No, you're good. Even if we don't work together, take the framework that I'm showing you, and it'll just make your life a lot easier. There's a reason why people overcomplicate sales, and it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. You're just asking a bunch of questions. You're not trying to force someone. Literally, you're sitting back in your chair. I call it the swiveling salesman. I just sit back and I'm like, why is that important? And I pretend you played down. You're like, what changes when you lose 50 pounds? Oh, and one more other thing that you did. Sorry, throwing a lot at you. The other thing that you did was that you gave me a little band-aid for a painful point. I burnt myself the other day. If it's a burn, you can give a band-aid. If I break my leg, you can't give me a band-aid. I said, oh, I've been trying this and that. You're like, oh, well, at least you're trying. Don't give me a band-aid for a broken leg. I'm still not in the shape I need to be. Do not give me a band-aid. Instead, like say, interesting. So you've been trying all these things for 5 years and it hasn't reached the result. Can I ask you a pretty direct question? How many more years do you think it'll take for you to decide enough is enough? Now I'm holding you accountable. Do not relieve the pressure. Sales is about keeping the pressure on them and let them build it up. You don't do you ever make jokes when you're at the doctor's office just because you're uncomfortable?
I mean, it's definitely happened before, I feel like.
Does the doctor ever laugh?
Good point.
Never laughs. It's not funny. It's a serious problem. He goes, yeah, this isn't funny. Your leg's broken. Do you want to fix this or not? He's not laughing. Not because you're not funny. You could probably be the funniest person in the world. Doctors don't find your jokes funny though, because it's a serious thing. You're not their friend. You're the doctor. You're trying to diagnose and say, cool, here's how we fix your thing. You want the surgery or do you want to limp out of here? What doesn't affect me? I'm the doctor's office. It's people lined up for the doctor's office. On my leg, it's your leg. Cool.
Honestly, thanks for the critiquing, because I know I have to try to make my flow better.
No worries, man. Dude, I live for this, so this is fun. Like, yeah.
I just want to keep getting better until I can question sales. I'm trying to high ticket sales.
Yeah.
Is it true that like a lot of times people end up starting more, they do like a setting role, and then like if they start to crush, then they'll be moved to like closing. That's like a realistic.
Yeah, I've never had someone go like direct to closing because can you imagine, sorry, and just being if I put someone on a closing offer and they miss 5 deals and each deal was worth $3,000, that's a $15,000 cost that I'm eating. Like
For sure.
it's a cost, you know. So I'd rather the person get really good at setting and then graduate to a closer and then become a beast of a closer when I'm confident with them. Yeah, this is a very fun world.
Is it, how long have you been in high ticket sales? What does
Well, I was in the coaching space for I've been in the coaching space for like around 10 years now, 11 years now. Well, hang on, 20, damn. Sorry, I'm older than Tommy. So things, I always think I'm the same age, but I'm not. 2012, I launched my own coaching business, not for sales. And so 13 years now. Okay. And I got into high ticket sales, like just purely sales, coaching sales and training sales teams and building sales teams 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I built some pretty cool sales teams along the way, people who you may have heard of, like Ashton, but this is fun for me. This is really, really fun.
And well, I honestly appreciate the input.
Appreciate your time, man. Like seriously, thank you. And I do think I'm not saying you don't have it in you. I think you have it in you. Like there's a lot of good points that I noticed on like this thing. So that's the only reason why I'm saying like I'd love to train you over time. And I also don't want to take you off track. If you feel happy with the track with the Jake guy, by all means stick to that track, whatever.
It was more like, I think that the training is like very mid, but the placement is pretty good. From that, like people pivot to that like circle because they have good placement. Like that's how I even like got opportunities to have for all of these jobs that I'm applying for, aka like meeting you. But training is a little bit lackluster, but it's not bad. I don't know like what you're talking about, but I just want to.
Yeah, I don't throw rocks at other people. Like you know, so I never want to step on any toes. Yeah, but go through this. I think you might like some of the stuff that I go through. I try to keep things as super simple as possible and stay in touch.